I didn't cry when he toured the college. I didn't cry when he picked his dorm room. But as I held a new tourniquet, a roll of gauze, and a box of bandages in my hand, the tears came. This was it. It was real. My son is leaving for college in a few weeks, and here I am pouring all my energy into packing a medical kit. If you're navigating the empty nest as a doctor mom, you know this transition hits differently. Being a physician adds another layer of knowing too much. I've seen what can go wrong. So maybe subconsciously, I was building a tether made of medical supplies. Surely, if I pack the best blood clotting powder, everything will be okay, right? I know this is a normal transition, but that doesn't make it any less bittersweet. If you're packing up your kids soon to leave for college or simply wondering how you'll feel when that day comes, this episode is for you. Find the full transcript and bonus resources at inspiredmommds.com/70. You're listening to the Inspired Mom MDs podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Cindy Van Praag. I help physician moms take back control of their time and energy so they can prioritize what matters most and thrive at work and at home. Thank you for joining me today. It all started with a list scribbled on a sticky pad. Beyond Advil and Tylenol, I had gauze pads, Band-Aids in different sizes, rolled tape, tweezers, and the list kept growing. I added a whistle, a poncho, trauma scissors, and so much more. On the surface, I was preparing my son with a basic medical kit for his dorm room and the hiking camping kit for inevitable trips in the snow-capped mountains of Colorado. I'm preparing him for college and an adventure, but underneath, I'm preparing myself for something else entirely. The truth is, I can't follow him into this next season. I won't be there when he gets a fever, and I won't be the one to notice when he's run down. I won't be the one keeping watch anymore. So I'm doing what comes so naturally as a doctor mom. I'm following my instinct to prevent and to fix and to intervene. I'm trying to cover every scenario. I'm anticipating every need I can think of, and I'm packing every ounce of my love into a Ziploc bag because it gives me sense of control over something that is entirely achingly out of my hands. And maybe it's also how I'm trying to stay close to him while learning to let go. Something so many women feel when facing the empty nest as doctor moms. Just a few nights ago, my husband saw a family email announcing your items are out for shipment. And he says to me, "Why are you buying a life straw? You bought one years ago and never used it." Okay, true, I bought this water purifying straw for a mission trip I did to Peru years ago, and it took up space in my backpack. And the truth is, I didn't use it. I should have. Towards the end of the trip, I was trusting some water was filtered and it wasn't, but that's another story. So when I came across a deal on this life straw, my mind pictured my kid running out of water on a camping trip in the hot sun overhead, sweating and weak. So in the virtual cart, it went. Now it's here in my house, ready to take up his precious backpack space if he heeds my warnings to take it with him. And I say that in jest, but deep down, I really hope he does take half the stuff that I send. What does all my preparation really mean anyway? Stockpiling supplies is my current living metaphor. It's my gesture of love. It's my way of holding on while letting go. This is not because he asked me to, but because I feel this need, like I'm still helping him survive in a world that I can't follow him into. This kit, this Ziploc bag, is my way of saying, I love you. I've got you, even when I'm not there. This will soon extend to dorm supplies, I'm sure. Of course, I want him to have the quality mattress topper on his bed and softer sheets and all those space-saving gadgets that tuck away his things. And I know all this preparation will come to an end, but it's what I can do now. It's not just consolation for me, but I'm really hoping part comfort for him. I can still doctor and mother at a distance, right? So there is a deep identity shift happening here, and I do see that. So who am I now? This period of packing up your kid for college goes so far beyond the logistics of dorm supplies and tuition and medical kits. But is this your moms who are so used to holding everything together at work and home suddenly face a new set of feelings? There's an emotional ache that goes alongside the pride. But that ache can be from grief or loneliness or guilt or fear. Life may continue to be chaotic, but that emotional and physical emptiness at home is very real, and that can bring on that grief and maybe loneliness. There may be guilt over thoughts like, did I do enough? Did I miss too much of his life because of my work? Did I teach him to make healthy choices? Can he really prepare his own meals? And there is a deep fear that you may not know. What if they struggle and they don't call me? But you know what? My son will be fine. A huge part of my life as a mom was centered around raising this human being to be independent and confident and armed with experience making his own decisions. I am now allowed to shift my focus and loosen that tether. This is the whole point of having kids, right? To raise them to be these crazy cool adults that have their own adventures. So, who am I now that he doesn't need me in the same way? That's the question at the heart of the empty nest as a doctor mom. I'm still his mom. Now our relationship is no longer measured in proximity, it's going to be measured in trust. I trust myself that I prepared him to the best of my ability. I trust him that he's fully competent to make his own decisions now. While there is some ache in my story, there is hope, and you have the same hope. Some days you may feel it clearly, like in a photo from their dorm room or a quick text with them. And other days you could use a gentle reminder. This sliver of time when you're sending your kid off to college is actually a big transition. It's a move from mothering as you've known it to mothering in a new form, from hands on to heart held parenting, from doing to trusting. I want to reassure you of three key facets of hope that you can hold on to during this transition, and it helped me. First, it's okay to grieve, even while celebrating what's next. Go ahead and remember the little outfits and the school lunch bags and the late night talks. Let yourself pack that bag of supplies and order the twin XL soft sheets as you tear up a little. Just don't let your grief write the whole story. It's a chapter, not an ending. You have permission also to reinvent yourself and your evolving role as a mom. This is a powerful moment of redefinition. I have some friends who were so excited to send their kids off to school because they celebrated their freedom. And I have other friends who really struggled with the loss. And so, yeah, everyone is different, but the common thread is this opportunity to pour more energy into yourself. There is undeniably more time to reignite old passions and discover new dreams and become more you. You get to ask, what do I want now? Who am I becoming? And I do have one caveat. Be gentle with yourself. Allow some self-compassion to get you through the rough patches. You will still be connected to your kid. It will just look and feel a little different. You may not get daily hugs or updates on their homework. And I'm honestly thankful to get fewer emails from the school every day asking me to chase down my kids' progress on grades. You will find new rhythms, and maybe it's a shared podcast, or you have a text thread, or you have a routine call you have now. Your kid may not say it often, but they will carry your voice and your presence with them. My kids actually mention this. They'll say, "Oh, mom, I was in my friend's car with two other friends in the back seat, and I remember that time you got so upset. I didn't wear my seatbelt." And I was like 11. And so I made sure to dig out the seatbelt from between the cushions and put it on. That's a win for me. That's when I know I have done my job as a mama, and my voice will go along the ride to college too. I'm sure of it. So I'll keep packing the medical kit, and I'll probably tuck in a few extra things that he'll roll his eyes at. But I'll also remind myself that the most important things aren't in a Ziploc bag. They're already in Him. And maybe that's the most beautiful and brutal part of this sliver of time. We don't get to go with them, but maybe the most powerful medicine we can offer now is faith and trust in them, in what we've already given. And here's what I want you to remember: you haven't missed your moment, you've lived it so beautifully. You've poured years of love and effort and values and time into someone who now gets to carry that into the world. This isn't the end of your story. It's a new chapter where your role evolves and your impact endures. You'll still be their soft place to land, and you will be that voice in the back of their mind, and you will still be their mom. So let yourselves feel the ache and feel the pride. You've got this. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel proud of raising this little human. And you have permission to reinvent yourself too. Don't forget to join me next week for another dose of support and inspiration. And until then, take care of yourselves and take care of those who matter most. It's time to take control and thrive. Thank you for tuning in today to the Inspired Mom MD's podcast. If this episode resonates with you, please share with a friend who may benefit too. And I humbly ask you to please leave a review so other doctors can find me too. And just a reminder, this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and isn't a substitute for medical advice or care. I'm a board certified physician, but this content isn't connected to my clinical practice, and no doctor-patient relationship is formed here. Please always talk to your own health professional for any mental or physical health concerns. And as always, take what helps and leave the rest. Please see inspiredmommds.com for full disclaimer. Thank you.